Hello friends, I am B. Singh, founder and director Next IAS and 𝐬𝐿. You are watching Toppers Talk. In Civil Services 2020 Toppers Talk today, we have with us Urja Vikas Jain. Urja, congratulations. Urja has secured All India rank 519 with economics optional. वलसाड की रहने वाली हैं. She has done BA in economics from University of Mumbai and thereafter journey started for UPSC preparation. She attended the economics optional classes from Vikas sir. So we have with us 𝐬𝐭𝐮𝐬 sir. He is very renowned faculty of the economics optional and GS economy. So 𝐬𝐭𝐻 ji, congratulations and welcome to the studio. Urja, my first question to you is that when you started your preparation, what was in your mind, where you want to reach and how you will plan your study? So when you started first.
Thank you so much. I was fresh out of college and I just come from Bombay to Delhi in the year of 2017. That's the year I graduated. And I knew that I have to make it to the list. Anyhow, like either I have to work in binaries, either I have to work 24/7, be glued to the chair in the library. I knew I had to make it to the list somehow. I tried for the first 2 years, but prelims was a bit of a point where it hindered me a lot. But I think in my third attempt, how you grow with experience, that's how it happened. And I think third attempt is the lucky one.
When I was watching the interaction with the teachers, 𝐕𝐺𝐻 ji, then Parmar ji and Ojha sir and others, everybody was saying that you used to come and talk to the teachers frequently, asking questions many times, and you always tried to interact much. So do you think that there are so many doubts in the preparation and really a student required to interact with the teachers frequently?
To answer that, I would just say that in college, I knew for a fact that I had to do UPSC further. So I ensured that my extracurriculars in college are sorted and not hindered by the future preparation. So when I came, I agree that I was very like a headless chicken. I didn't know anything. So that's why I wanted to make sure that the classes that I've paid for and everything have a fruitful outcome for me. Like the cost benefit analysis, being an economics student, I guess this is just worth it.
Economics is an optional which helps in GS also. So I would like and request from 𝐕𝐺𝐻 sir to ask the questions from economics and how you prepared and how was your journey with him.
So many congratulations, Urja. Feels pretty happy to see you here. First things first, Urja, that when you were preparing for your economics, and especially your optional, so how were you balancing your GS and economics? That is one thing that people ask. So let's take it one by one. You tell me that. So, and how far was your economics optional also helping you in GS? Like, I know that I speak a lot in the class apart from your optional course also, because I deliberately do it to make you understand few things on, say, ethics or even paper 2. But how were you balancing it and how was it going good for you?
So economics as an optional, it's a technical optional. So for GS, basically GS3, I wouldn't just bound myself to GS3, but even the extra pointers that you would mention in our class, be it current affairs or be it just like learnings from life. I used to ensure that I at least make it in some or the other answer. For example, I'll give you a very basic one. How in GS3, the first question had to do with potential GDP, right? So it becomes easier for an optional student to draw a graph and come where many other students wouldn't know what graph to draw. So it did definitely help. Well, balancing is a task, to be honest, because economics optional has a lot of references and has a lot of nitty-gritties that we need to focus on. And this year's paper 1 was, a few questions were out of the blue, but still manageable.
But you have scored pretty well in paper 1. 124 in paper 1 is quite good on any day.
We had a talk about how, the paper 1 was and how the questions were. So I think paper one could be handled well, but then it was a decent enough.
But then,
reach.
just to add to the question, that how did it go different? Like when the paper came, and to just to inform all our viewers, तो paper one जो आया था economics का, उसमें करीब 4-5 क्वेश्चन ऐसे थे जो एक्सपेक्टेड नहीं थे स्टूडेंट्स के लिए. तो वहाँ आपके मेंटल टेस्ट होता है. दैट इज वेर यू आर टेस्टेड मेंटली, दैट वेदर यू आर प्रिपेयर्ड वेल और नॉट. और आप सेलेक्ट कैसे करते हैं, क्योंकि ये नहीं था कि आप उस पेपर में आंसर नहीं कर सकते थे. ये था कि अगर आप क्वेश्चन सही सेलेक्ट करेंगे तो आंसर कर सकते थे. और 125 नंबर उस पेपर में काफ़ी अच्छे मार्क्स. किसी भी समय में किसी पेपर वन में अगर 125 आप ला रहे हैं, इफ़ यू आर स्कोरिंग 125 इन एनी पेपर वन, इट्स ऑलवेज अ गुड स्कोर, बिकॉज 50% यू क्वालिफाई दिस एग्जाम एंड यू बिकम एन IAS. तो उस हिसाब से आप ऑन ट्रैक हो जाते हैं. बट दिस ईयर्स पेपर वन, सो दैट शोज सम मेंटल स्ट्रेंथ. ऊर्जा, सो व्हाट वर यू टेलिंग योर सेल्फ इन पेपर वन? क्या रहे थे?
So in paper one, when I saw the compulsory questions, I was baffled. I was like, okay, you know what? Just take a deep breath and read it again. Like, go through every word of the question again. It might click you. And I realized that 9 out of 10 are pretty easy, are pretty
True.
doable. And just one question was, I wouldn't say out of the syllabus, but not covered by me, especially. So I was like, okay, no, we can do this. And I know.
No, you can say not covered by us. That's okay.
No, no. And I know for a fact that my strong point was section B,
Yes.
related to growth and development and international economics. So I focused more the 3 optional questions to be done from that end. So I know for a fact that I am doing my strengths, and I am trying to make maximum out of my weakness, that is microeconomics a little, and here and there a little questions. So numericals also. So I think just take a deep breath and read the question again, because if you read it again, the syllabus or your photographic memory just turns on, it just plays. So I think that helped me calm down.
So just one more add-on question, Urja, that what references did you go for? What did you use in your economics optional? Starting with paper one, and then we can talk paper two.
So for paper one, I had your class notes, which I had from 2017, and I was trying to build more on it, and I supplemented them with the references that we have. So let's say the basic ones. We have the DU readings, which includes HL Ahuja for macro both. Then we had Salvatore for international economics. We had AP Tharwal for growth and development. Money banking was HL Bhatia. So all these so just for the viewers, we don't have to go through them page by page or cover by cover. We just need to ensure what's important for our syllabus. So especially for this mains, I picked up our syllabus and noted keywords, every keyword, and then on that keyword I ensured that I had at least 3 sides or 3 pages on it. So even if a question comes from, let's say, classical economics, so I know what to do. I have a template in my mind. I have introduction, I have a graph prepared, and I have a comparison prepared. So that really helped me, and especially the crash course from Next IAS was a blessing in disguise. Like, it helped me through, and especially in the time crunch that we had, it was just what we needed.
So this is course which was mains through questions, and Vikas launched just before the mains. So you found it useful, as you said.
Yes.
Okay. So now coming to the personality test, and students usually face the difficulty, but you told that you have got 206 marks. Exceptional. First of all, congratulations for this. This may be one of the highest scores. Yet we are to analyze these marks of all students, but 206 seems to be very impressive. So what do you think? What can be the reason you got these exceptional marks?
So I think one of the major benefiting factor to me was that I was on the first day. First day, second half. So I was the new fresh person in front of the panel. So that did play in my luck. But I think all the mocks that I've given and all the critical feedback that were given to me, I tried to incorporate them and just have a flashback of them in the morning of the interview. So it helped me to ensure that I am true to myself there, and just honesty and having a conversation with the panel is what I did there. I even spoke to them about Korean shows, about Korean pop stars, and what I like about them. And I think they were very open to how the generation that is coming into the civil services thinks and how they appreciate the things around. So I think that's it. I guess.
In one word, I would like to know, civil services personality test, is it the test of knowledge or is it the test of presentation?
I would say it's a fruitful combination of both, where you have personality traits being watched, like if you are honest, if you are sincere to yourself, and even knowledge, of course, because my last question had to do with one of the GS3 topics, where I had to differentiate between three schemes. So I think it's a best combination of both.
Few questions if you can share with the viewers of personality test.
All right. I was asked about the Taliban situation in Afghanistan. I was given some case studies when I was placed as an IPS officer and I was placed as an IAS officer. A, to do with the Naxal problem in a district, any district, and one to do was malnutrition problem in any district of India. So that was one. I think the cherry on the cake was the last question, which even I feel, which was, give me one word. And this was the fifth member, and he's like, give me one word answer on how to improve the civil services of India, especially the police service. And I'm like, so give me 2 seconds to think. He's like, yeah, take all your time. And I'm thinking, and the UPSC syllabus flashed in my mind, and I'm like, compassion. I mean, if we're talking especially about the police service, the times that we live in and the incidents that we hear of and everything, I think compassion is the best thing that, or the EQ, that could be inculcated in the officer. And I think the whole board rejoiced at the answer.
That could be. Actually, UPSC interview is something which is very momentary. If you perform in those 15 minutes or 30 minutes, doesn't matter what you have done in past and what you will do in future, but those 30 minutes mean a lot. So dear friends, you are watching Urja Vikas Jain. She is energy. Urja means energy, and you have seen her energy, and the way she has completed her journey and reached at this level is all about maintaining the energy throughout the preparation. So the first thing which is required for your preparation is your self-dedication and commitment. Once you have decided that you want to go for civil services, start. So this conceiving the idea of the civil services preparation has to be the first step. If you want any support from us, from Next IAS, then you should not hesitate. We are always there to support you. Urja has been optional subject student of the Vikas sir. Vikas sir has been guiding her throughout her preparation, and if you are an economics student and having the background or even not having background of economics, and if you want to choose economics optional, Vikas ji is always there for your support. So thank you very much, Urja, for coming here. Thank you, Vikas ji.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much.